Hey, Don here. I'm back in the theater and we're working on our upstage lights. We got a lot of different types of fixtures and we need to come up with a solution to get power to all of these. And that's what we're gonna work on. We're gonna do custom cabling. We're gonna try to get specific lengths of DMX line, but we wanna make this way easier to set up and tear down every time we do a show. This takes way too long. So stick with me and we're gonna work on that.
Oh yeah! Welcome to the show!
Okay, I'm just gonna go handheld here. We have 2 bars, you see the pipe here, that hold 3 washes, which are LED washes, okay? And that's all they used to have. Well, we recently acquired some of these small movers and we wanted to put these permanently mounted on this pipe. So I made the power cables for these movers are these blue power cons and they go to an Edison, and I don't have one here because they're at my shop at the house. So we had to worry about having an outlet up here and plugging all these things in. So I did between these 2 washes here and here, I came up with a power solution where the cable, these are true 1 power in and out. So power out of this one, I came up and then I spliced in right here a cable to come in and plug these lights in. And then next thing I did, this cable that I spliced in actually comes over and powers this one. So now I got to make another one of those that comes out of this one, comes up to the pipe, splices in a power con blue, and comes over here and then ties into this power. Then that's going to be it, okay? And the very first light here, we will run power in. We have a true 1 to Edison. And then what I did is we're going to run instead of a bunch of extension cords, we're now going to run one 12 gauge Edison that goes up, and I did the same thing. I spliced in with these 3 outlet small, I just took short 3-foot extension cords, cut the end off and splice it into this. And then we're gonna go down and we're gonna put in strategic places, like right here, there's another splice and a drop because this crowd blinder and this drum spot need to plug direct to power. So those will get their power from that. And then I came down and continued and dropped another one here, which will catch this spot right here, and we'll catch the or the true 1 connector out of this bar. Going to do the same thing on this bar, and that will those will tie into this power point. This bar will be, we got wash, small mover, wash, small mover, wash. Those will all get tied together, and I'll make cables like I did on that first one I showed you. And then we have 2 of these, I don't know if you can see these bar, yeah, there they are. These more crowd blinder and effects lights that go towards the crowd. So we have 2 of those, 1 on each side of the truss setup. Those need power too. And then on each end, we got a couple big movers, a couple inno beam movers. So the end of this cable this 12 gauge power cable, I left the female hooked on. Sometimes this mover gets put out further when we do this. Right now we've got 20 feet of truss. That's the smallest setup we do. And sometimes we'll do another 10 feet. So they could be out another 3 or 4 feet. And so this will give it enough length if we have to reposition that out further. So that's the plan. That's what we started working on. I've got some footage of me working on these splices here back at my shop at the house. We're going to continue to do that. I'm going to go out there tonight and make up some more of these True One with the blue PowerCon splice in the middle. So those can all get tied together. So in the end, here's what's supposed to happen. You grab a bar off the rack that we move stuff into the truck, you hang it up, you hook one power cable in, all those lights are done. Okay? This power cable gets run across, gives me Edison connections in 4 different locations, strategically where all of the lights are going to be positioned. That gets plugged into a clean 20 amp circuit, and these are all LED lights, so that's enough power to run all of our backlights. That's tremendous. I'll make up the cables to make all these bars done, and those will hook on. The only individuals will have the 2. You know what? Let me go ahead and walk around the front here and show you what it looks like from the crowd's viewpoint. There's a mover. There's wash, small mover, wash. Oh, up above there's our bar, crowd blinder, wash, small mover, wash, small mover. These little spots here, little washes, are dedicated for the drummer or spotlighting something in the center stage, upstage center. Then here's our big crowd blinder, and it's the same thing, it just repeats over here. The main, this one back here is the main blinder. Here's another drum accent or spot. And got another light bar up here, and all the way in the end, we got another big mover. So that's the light setup, and it's gonna be, all the power is now gonna be able to be hooked up. And then DMX wise, the bars will all tie together. So the first one will either be, I'll have to check, it's either gonna be this guy or this guy, head down this way, and then we'll jump over DMX to here and head back that way, and that'll be the whole run. Because the last time we set up upstage lights, it was almost 45 minutes or something. Maybe an hour by the time we set the ground support stands. All right, I'm gonna go to my shop and do some more custom cabling, and that video will probably be posted on my other personal YouTube channel, Hands On with Don. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and go over there and subscribe and check it out. That's the plan. All right, be back a little bit. Okay, we're back here in the theater, and I got the cables that I finished last night, so let's see if they work. All right, so I got to go from this one now, up and around to that one, and to this one. All right, so now we should have enough to come up here like this. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, well, that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up this side over here, and once we get the DMX runs all done, then we'll start wire tying stuff up. So I think that was a success making these. We got them all done, and we got the big long cable done, so we got power. We're getting close to having this custom wired and all finished up. Hey, Don here in the back. Landon hooked up all the DMX. Here are those, all the cabling we did works. And here are those 4 small movers. You can kind of see the effect on the ground. There's nothing pointing right at me. So go ahead and add, can you add the washes to make sure they work? All right, there's the washes. And then the 2, we got 2 drum spots there too. Can you do like a chase on those or something?
Yeah, I can do that.
And then there's the bar lights on top, that's fine. And then go ahead and tip me with the center center blinder. All All right, so everything, and even you got the outside inno beams working, so all of our cabling is now done and everything works great. So, I don't know if you can see me here. I'm trying to use my phone. But, okay. All that work we did custom cable wise, if you can see me, I hope you can see me okay. We got it all done. Everything is working. Hopefully our setup and teardown time is greatly reduced. What do you think, Landon?
I think it will be.
All right. Okay, that's all we got. Don't forget to subscribe. Give a like if you want to, and leave a comment. Tell us what you think. And we'll see you guys next time.